Good morning. That noise is my dog having her water, so she'll pitter patter back in a minute. This is Soxy, the rescue. Oh no, she's very camera shy. She's gone the other way. It's Soxy, the rescue dog. So thank you for getting this far. Thank you for dedicating time to yourself, and thank you for lifting me up. What I do lights me up. I am in love with what I do, and there's a few questions. The questions this week have been amazing, so I really want to go through them, and then at the end I'll take 5-10 minutes to tell you if you're thinking I actually resonate with you, I want to work with you, I want to do something. I'll let you know the ways. This format is something that I have used to find all of my coaches. So my art teacher, I found her through a challenge. I was like, do you know what? I really resonate with you. I think it's a really good way to try people out, to try teachers, leaders, healers, mentors out, and see if you resonate, because not everyone does. I'm not for everybody. So some of you might be watching this going, I don't get it, I don't get you, and that's fine. I'm down with that. But some of you might think, do you know what? I would like to do some work with you, so I'll give you the chance to do that. Obviously, if we don't offer, you can't do it. So I'll share. And my coach, I have a coach that I've worked with since September, and then one previous before that was there for a little while. And so yeah, it's a powerful way of seeing if it's for you. So questions, and I love questions. And before right now, I'll talk about the group in a minute. So Tracy asked about daily questions to practice. So in the You Are Enough Full program, we go deep. We're quite specific. We're using very intentional questions, so I won't go into those. But daily practices, gratitude. So I will be running a gratitude practice soon in this group. So in this group is going to remain open. I'll take the content away, sorry, but it is going to be part of the pre-course work for the paid program. So there will be a gratitude practice that's going to live in here, and I'm going to launch that soon. So you'll get to know about it being in this group. What I want to do with this group is keep it open as my new community space. So I will get into questions. So I really want to set the scene of what I'm doing and why, and you're the first set of souls, which I'm so happy about. So I've been transitioning from a yoga teacher, which I still do. I still teach in yoga and I love it, but I was teaching most nights, and I'll tell you that story in a minute. So I'm transitioning. So my old group, people were there for one reason, and now I'm doing something else. So I've decided to start afresh after seeing this group. So you have kind of brought something forward that was there in my head spinning around. This is the new group. You Are Enough is going to community space, is going to stay, or I Am Enough is going to stay open. And this is a space where I'm going to connect and do a weekly Q&A and have a community space here. So thank you for being the founder members without you realizing that. So that's going to come up, and I'll let you know when I schedule it. So daily gratitude. What are you grateful for and why? So as I've said with the feelings, don't just say one word. So when I was going through COVID, my gratitude practice, I didn't write, but I said every morning, I'm so grateful for this warm, comfortable bed. I'm so grateful that all my safety needs are met, my survival needs. I have food, I have water. I'm so grateful that these needs are met. I don't have to go into the fact that people around the world don't have it. It doesn't help. That's guilt. It's that awareness that I'm grateful and that I have so much. It could be, I'm so grateful that I felt content and happy today. I'm so grateful that my kids wanted to spend time with me today. But go into a bit more depth. So sometimes it's the little moments with my son, like he doesn't want to see, he's 13, he wants to see his mates, doesn't want to see us. But when he sits down and talks to me, like last night we went out just to Tesco, oh, I'm so grateful, I write that, I'm so grateful we had that connection. We had a beautiful conversation. I know these are precious moments. I go into detail, and gratitude is going to lift you up. See it in my face. I love gratitude. I would always, if you can either do it once a day or morning and night, I would always reflect, how am I feeling? And then start to investigate if it was felt positive, if it felt good for you, why? So you can work out why you're feeling good, and if you're not feeling good, why. So you start to be able to be more discerning with your time and what you're doing. And I'd also investigate when you're triggered. So did something trigger you, like yesterday morning? Oh God, my son, he was horrendous. But yeah, we had a lovely night because we processed it. I was tired. I woke up really tired. He triggered me and I snapped. Not dead bad, but I like to be calm most of the time. And I apologized, but I was triggered. Triggered, you know what? Because I'm tired and I just want him to do what he needs to do, and he's making it hard and it's exhausting. It was all for me, but I digested it. But yeah, we will go a lot deeper in the You're Enough program. So Lynn asked, and I'll show you the You're Enough. Is the You're Enough a full program for personal? Absolutely. So it is targeted for any woman, you don't have to be a businesswoman, to step into their power in their life at the moment. We have different stages of life. So in yoga, we call it the householder phase, where you might have younger children. You might be focused on that, which I certainly was for a long time. It's only now my kids 13, 17, they literally don't want me. So I've got more space, and I can't remember what that's called, but basically in different stages of your life, we don't all need to have a purpose or a business to do this work. This work came to me when I realized that I wasn't living deeply. I was in sheer fear from having cancer and all the other things that came before it, that buried me, and all people's opinions and being shy. It's got everything. I realized, hang on, I've just survived cancer and I feel like I'm not living. And so I did this work. I believe, and this, there was a quote from my Dharma coaching course, or sort of taking it. When we feel not enough, or when we're not living our life, it's not okay. It's selfish. So not living our life is selfish. Our life is designed to feel joy. We're not here to suffer. But our society, especially in England, it's like, and I know it's from the wartime things, it's like this undercurrent of we should be hard, we should suffer, you shouldn't really say that you're right, like we have to play it all down. I talk about this a lot in my podcast. And no, it was a revelation when I read a book, Danielle Laporte, and she said, you deserve joy. I'm like, yes, I bloody do. Excuse the French. Yes, I do. So this whole course is about really going into what's stopping you feeling joy or deserving or enough, and stepping you into your power. And your power doesn't mean you're going to start a movement or create or do what I do, coach, or yeah, it doesn't mean anything. You don't have to do anything with anybody outside your family unit. But when you step into your power, when you do what lights you up, and you have more self-care, you have more self-worth, the ripple effect on your children, on your family, on everyone around you is immense. I used to be in our family the weird one, still am. However, when I look back, they all do yoga. This family I've married into, a lot of them do yoga. They've all got oils. All of the grandparents have got oils. They come to me for advice. I stand in my power. I'm shining. I am shining. And everything's changed around us. So it's about you first to be there for everyone else. And it doesn't have to be, like I say, a massive thing. There's Soxy dog. It's our rescue dog. She's ever so old now. However, if you are in business, I believe that to be successful in business, you've got to sort yourself out. If you're not feeling enough, it's hard to show up. When I wasn't feeling enough, I would not be able to show up and lead a group like this. I would not be able to do Instagram lives. I would not be able to say, this is me and I believe in this. I wouldn't do it. I was hiding. So as we become enough and as we step into our power, it's going to have a knock-on effect on your business. But for me, if you are an entrepreneur or businesswoman, the two are intertwined. You can't separate the two. My business is me. It's a reflection of me living my passion and doing what I love. So it's intertwined, but the You're Enough is for you as a person. So Claire spoke about, and I love this question, the future self feels too far away. So it can be if you decide for it to be. I believe when you set your intention, when you really set your intention and really believe that you deserve this, everything changes. You change. You are your future self now. It's just that you're not living that right in this moment, but you are that. There's no difference, especially in quantum physics. So I'll give you an example. In March, when I started doing my Dharma coaching course, that's about helping people find their purpose and passion. I'm getting the packages together. That's another thing to do. It's taking me a lot of space. I had this aha. I realised that I'd closed my yoga studio, and then I'd gone to teaching online, and I love my students so much, but I was feeling a bit panicky about turning the laptop on again at night to teach 3 nights a week and sometimes Sundays, because I was working all day and I felt like I didn't have any space and I couldn't see people. I couldn't adjust them in hatha yoga, in regular, I couldn't adjust them. And I just thought, this doesn't feel good anymore. And I realised that because I was spending all the time at home on my computer, cooking dinner, and then coming back and opening the computer again in my house, I felt it didn't feel good. So I stopped, because my future self, I've been doing my future self. Like when I close my eyes and imagine my future self, when I did the dreaming work, I wasn't working every week, 3 nights a week plus more. I had more space. I had the evenings with my family and my children, which we are doing more things together. And literally within, the feeling was so claustrophobic, I had to stop doing it. Took a leap, did some other courses, and everything was all right business wise. And now I'm in the launch of a new business because I'm pivoting. But my future self was there going, you're on the wrong path. This isn't feeling good. So when you start to connect with your future self, it will give you signals. The universe, if you believe it, is like, they're ready. Let's help them. And it will send you signals, and you'll try something like, no, come back, try that. Yes, move forward. So your future self is here now. It's not so far away if you know how to make the right steps. And on a serious note, that's something that coaching might be able to help you with. Coaching rocks. The action I get with my coaching students is amazing. I did something yesterday on social media about the progression I've seen with people. So your future self isn't too far away, I promise you. So if you like spending this time with me, I'm going to just tell you about the different ways you can work, and then I'll show you the You Are Enough program. So this space, you can stay in this space. I'd love to have you here. And I'm going to be doing the gratitude challenge, 3 challenges. I'll be running You Are Enough again as a way to keep introducing myself to people. So that's going to come, and serving. There's, as a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, that I always want to do things free to serve. Because my future self, when I looked at my future self and I was abundant, I had time and space to give. So I don't have an abundance where I can give as much as I want to causes and charity, but I give to causes every month. Girls on Fire, it's about training African girls to be leaders and to do what they want to do. It's powerful. And then I also support Plan as well. And then my future self did a podcast and did free content for people who weren't ready to commit to something bigger, but it's there. So that's part of me serving. That's part of my future self. So even though I can't do as much as my future self wants, I'm doing something. So this is from the heart, all of this, and I think you can feel that. So I also teach yin weekly and a monthly restorative class. I'll put all the links in there. I sell essential oils. I get people access to 25% off doTERRA oils, which are the best. And I have free education and free mentorship. So you have 2 free sessions with me, a bit like health coaching, really. Teach you how to use the oils for whatever you need in your life, whether it's stress or digestion or sleep, because they've changed my life. I'm not going to talk about them here though. And I also do work to connect you to your intuition. So I'm a shamanic practitioner. So I use the Lakota medicine wheel, and we do lots of beautiful meditations. That's a course that's launching again the second round in November. And there's more coming out, so I'm going to get more magical. And the You Are Enough. So I'm just going to share my screen and show you the You Are Enough. So the You Are Enough, it was channeled through this dream work that I do. I literally connect, like I did in the visualization with you, and ask, what what do you want me to do, universe, source, spirit guides, high self, what do you want me to do? And this was channeled through. And then I decided to take the pre-work as the challenge to warm up. So this is in Kajabi, which is the software I use to create my content. So you can access it through a browser. You can also access it on an app on your phone as well. So pre-work, and I'm going to add a lot of the content from this Facebook group to here, so it's going to live there, and you have access to this forever. The only time when you don't have access is when I do another round, and some of these sections will be locked until they're unlocked. So it's 8 weeks with me, but it's 6 weeks worth of content. I've done a few courses recently with, I can't remember what they call it. Basically, we have a week to digest. So you're not having new content, you can really process what you've got. And if you did want to start this, if you did want to do it, I'd start now, because module 1, the more time you can spend on this, the better. So I'll show you, there's all the pre-course work there. I'll show you and I've got things to add. So model 1 is awareness. Where does my not enoughness come from? So we're doing more. There's more than we've done already. We're going deeper. The PDF is a lot longer. So in each one, we've got a lesson. I did pre-record the first 2 sections before COVID. So you've got a instructional video. And then you've got your workbook here to have a look at. So we'll just have a look at that one. So this is the workbook. So we go in. So we're going to childhood, but we're going deeper. So this is the work. You've got affirmations. It's a different level. It's really going deeper. So we've got that. We've got music. We've got a healing or relaxation. So every month, every module, which will be 1 a week, there is something else revealed to either help you go further or help you heal, help you relax, help you move things. And it's beautiful. And then there's an essential oil protocol. And so that's optional. You don't need oils. But I know a lot of people who get attracted to the work that I do have essential oils. There will be a Q&A in the Facebook group, and I'll put the content here. So you can ask me questions. I'll do a live once a week, and then I'll put everything here. So if you don't really like hanging on Facebook, you don't need to. Just ask me the question, you'll get the answer. It's just, there'll be a separate group where everyone will go to for this. So it's only for paid members in that group. So we've got awareness, we've got self-responsibility. We're the only ones that can make the change. So we look at all the things that maybe stop you and what you can change. The reasons not to, we go into the shadow work, the things that are there. We look at time. This is the one I hear all the time. I don't have enough time. So we really go into it, because I tell you what, it's false. It's false if you're willing to ask for support and put boundaries up. So these kind of, I think I really saw these together because it's important. And then deep self-care, well, like this is deep self-care. And I say I always add different bits and bobs to it. So I'm sure there will be more content, but that's enough. That is enough if I don't. But deep self-care is really parenting ourselves well, making sure our needs are met. We know who we are, we know what we want. We're not doing what doesn't light us up. We're not doing the things that make us feel rubbish. That is deep self-care, as well as pampering and nurturing, nourishing the body. So that's going to be a really beautiful section. I'm going to make you have some time for yourself to pamper yourself and nourish your body and get little practices woven into life, because that changes everything. So that is the You Are Enough. I'll put the link in there. This, every time I run a course for the first time, it is heavily discounted. So you have the first choice as a founding member to get this price. There are options for VIP, again, heavily discounted. And the VIP is where you have one-to-one sessions with me. So if you think, do you know what, I am ready for real change. Some people work really well on them by themselves, and some people think they're doing the work and they're not, and they really benefit from the VIP, the one-to-one. Had a beautiful session with somebody recently, just a little recap after a coaching program we'd done. And the brain had tricked her into thinking that she dealt with the time issue and the worth issue, and it hadn't. Well, sorry, she hadn't. The brain had tricked her because it didn't actually want to change. So we can really go in there and really investigate what's going on. And the one thing, the thing that makes me different, so why me, is I'm intuitive. I'm basically psychic. I don't know everything about you, but I get feelings. I know, I connect with my guides, and I know where to guide you. And so that's really powerful. And then there's a group coaching as well. So we have 2 group coaching calls. That's just the regular price. I've thrown that in free. We have 2 group coaching calls where we get on a Zoom and we talk, and I ask you how we're doing, and we get that community, and we can again go deeper. So that's beautiful as well. That I love doing group coaching. So it's just a really inclusive, holistic approach to starting to look after yourself, and so that you can live well and feel good. And I just basically teach things that I do. So what makes me different? My intuition, absolutely. I've got nothing but positive feedback from being a coach, from my coaching clients. And I've got a wealth of tools. So I've got my shamanic work, crystal work, essential oils, breath work, yoga, tapping. I'm an emotional freedom technique practitioner. There's more, but all these, as I was collecting these tools over the years, I felt scattered. I didn't know what to do with them, but now I do. I coach, and I've got the tools to refer people to, and obviously visualizations and meditations and things on my podcast. So I have a wealth of knowledge, and I've also got a wealth of physical suffering. Twice had cancer, had a miscarriage. There's so many things, like gallbladder operations, trauma from the past, so many things that I am very able to accept people where they are with no judgment and pure compassion, because I have been through a lot, as we all have. We've all been through a lot. So I combine that with my wisdom of literally picking myself up and getting myself back. And because it was so painful to be where I was, it wasn't living. I just, not on my watch. I want to do as much as I can to help other people. So that's what this is all about. And it feels like it's going to be a movement. It feels like it's more than this. So we'll see where it goes. That's what I've been told by a reader and my guides. But what I do is I take action and I see where it's going. I've got no idea. So I'll put all the links here. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be popping something else on later, just for you to share maybe. And this is to get another entry into the prize draw. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you want a little 15-minute chat, if you're not sure about the course, you kind of think it's there but you want to talk it through, I can do that as well. So sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.